Hello, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Today I'm here with Julia Verbanota. I'm not even sure if I pronounced it.
Vorontsova.
Verbantsova. She has a very difficult name, but one you'll definitely remember. Now, Julia is a video marketing strategist that specializes in socially responsible video marketing. So I'm super excited to have her on the show. And Julia, take me here. Tell us a little bit about your background and your journey so far.
So, thank you for the question. So, my background has been quite interesting. I have a background in cognitive science. I did about 10 years worth of research. So, I actually came from using advertising as my teaching and theory, and ended up actually being at the front, actually creating it and working with it, which is, I can tell you, is far more exciting. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't just tell me you've done cognitive science and step on from it. What did you do in cognitive science? What was it that really, what did you learn from that, and what have you applied from those days to what you're doing today?
So my huge passion that still lives up to today is the ways that advertising is using conceptual metaphors, basically metaphors that we don't really notice too much in advertising in order to make it convincing for us. So when we speak everyday language, we say something like "it rains," even though there is no "it," or we can say, like "I'm thinking back and forward," and we don't think it's a metaphor, but it is, because if you think about it, how can you think back and forward? There is no back and forward in your thinking, right? So there are various metaphors of time and space, and all the abstract notions, which is majority of our language. We're talking about something that is not physically available to us. So that is, a lot of it is conceptual metaphors, which is what I have been studying. And I basically started as Mandarin Chinese instructor about 10 years ago. And that was how I taught people Mandarin Chinese. I showed them advertising, I explained how it works, how it's wired on, at the back of your mind, how you understand it, and then use that to show the language differences, and I had great results.
I'll probably put two and two together here. So you've teaching people about advertising to learn a language. How does that work?
How does that work? So I showed them, I spent a few years in China. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I had to, because I used to teach Mandarin Chinese. So I spent a few years in China, was collecting different Chinese advertisements, like printed, video, and whatnot. And I showed them, for example, there is like a Mandarin Chinese video ad that has this actually has nothing to do with language, so I'm sorry, but I have to tell you about this. So it has a family walking in a straight line from one side of the screen to the other side, and strong, really loud banging noise, and they have like little bags with something, which are like red color, and the family is two older people, like grandma and grandpa, I suppose, then two mom and dad, like one mom and one dad, and a son and a daughter. So this is like a perfect family, and they walk in the straight line. And the message for this advertising, and it was a supplement company, so it was like vitamins or a supplement for elder people, is basically about saying that you can walk, the subconscious message is that you can walk your life together happily as a family, be healthy and wealthy. Healthy and wealthy. Healthy is that they're smiling, they walk straight line, meaning they live their life together. Nobody drops off, nobody dies or stops on the way. The loud noise is cultural representing happiness, and the red bags of something is wealth. So, all those different things, if you understand them, it helps, specific language and how people talk about it. Sometimes you cannot translate it, like most of the time, you cannot translate it literally. It does not make sense. When you understand the cultural background of it and the metaphors behind it, it does make sense.
Okay, I think I'm starting to understand it now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is, you might underlying messages that are going through. So, similar how to McDonald's has the videos with the children in the playgrounds and they're all having fun and enjoying life. That's implanting the message that if you go to McDonald's, you're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to have fun and have really good experiences with family.
You know what? Thank you very much. I'll tell you about another example that I observed when I was in China during the Olympic Games. I actually worked as a part of marketing team in 2008 during China Beijing Olympics. Mm-hmm. So they had a fabulous, amazing ad campaign going on. And actually, I'm not sure if you know, I just saw the news that all McDonald's in China were actually purchased by a Chinese company now. So it's not really the core company anymore. Chinese McDonald's were sold away. Anyways, so it was brilliant, actually. And I'll explain why by the opposite example. So basically, if a Chinese team for a certain, for whatever sports won, you got, every time you buy something from McDonald's, you got a winning ticket. So there is no way not to win. It could be $5, could be $25 worth of stuff. But it has a condition. If, volleyball or football team, Chinese team wins. It's always Chinese team because it's in China. And it has like a saying on top of it, we are Chinese, and we are, what did they say? Basically, like, we want you to win. We are all Chinese, we all want you to win. McDonald's is Chinese. Are you serious? Like, it was not Chinese, at least at that time. But it was obvious that McDonald's is not Chinese. They're, like, obviously not a Chinese company. It's not Chinese food. It's like, American junk food, pretty much. And there's such a strong message. So what actually happened and actually many Chinese teams actually did win. What do you think people actually did when this happened?
I'm assuming they would have started associating McDonald's with national pride.
They all went to McDonald's because now they have this virtual cash that they can redeem. So all the family went to McDonald's to redeem their dollars right pretty much immediately after this was announced that Chinese team won. So everybody went to McDonald's. So you imagine how much it boosted their business? I think it skyrocketed. But on top of that, now everybody remembers this super high moment of celebration, and they spend that time in McDonald's, eating McDonald's. So that's insane. That's really good.
That really is loading up the back end of your business. Like, if you associate those feelings at that moment where they're so high, they want to experience that again. That's awesome.
Yeah, but I can tell you how it can be done wrong. So, I did write a blog at one time, but basically I can tell you what it was. So it was Wendy's ad. It was a more recent ad, not super recent. I think it was launched in 2014 or 15, a couple years ago. But it's shockingly, it's kind of shocking that it could be happening in 2014. So basically it's a Wendy's ad, Wendy's Baconator ad. Not sure if you've seen one of those. No. Maybe not. US version list. So basically it starts with 2 bacon slices lying on a beach, 2 female bacon slices, by the way, wearing bikinis. Good start. Then Nice start. Then one of the bacon slices, reading magazine, she's saying, well, Cindy, I'm so, like, why you feel so sad? And she said, like, I just want to look so, like, as skinny as this thin-looking bacon in the magazine. And the other bacon slices said, well, come on, you just be yourself. Think about it. One day, you're going to be on a Baconator. And then she smiles and dreamingly says, well, yeah, if I want to be on Baconator, I want to be myself. Oh, no, wait, not that yet. And then we see an image of actual man, like not a bacon man or not a burger man, but the actual physical man with hair on his chest, with sun cream on his nose. And he just raises up from nowhere and says, it's like, well, actual real people like bacon a little thicker. And he winks suggestively. And gross, yeah, it's so gross. So, and said like, well, teen bacon, how bad is that? So what teen bacon needs to realize is that all she has to be is herself. And then she like, you go back to the bacon slices and bikinis, and she says like, yeah, like, if I want to be on a Baconator, I want to be myself. And the call to action in the end is, oh yeah, the other one says exactly, those little thin looking bacon slices look so cheap. And the call to action is, eat Baconator, be yourself. So that is screwed as a cognitive science, researcher. I can tell you it's screwed on so many levels.
Screwed? It's like the worst nightmare for any female, as far as I can tell.
So yeah, this is another example of fast food advertising. Like, you can literally put them together, one beside the other as competitors. And it's just like such a different thing. So it's literally brainwashing on really many levels. So first of all, it's objectivization of females, obviously, because they are not real people. The guy is real. The women here, the teenagers, oh my gosh, this is so bad. Like they were targeting teenager girls on purpose. On purpose. That was done on purpose because he's referencing it. So, we see them as bacon slices. We see the man as the real man. And for some reason, all bacon slices wearing bikinis want to be on a Baconator. I don't need to translate that. That's pretty obvious what kind of message is here. Like, you want to be, real people like bacon slices a little bit thicker. If you want to be sexually attractive, want to be on a Baconator, you're going to be eating burgers. Then the worst thing is that this ad is actually masked as self-acceptance. So it's actually, what it's actually doing is the opposite.
Dove does, which is done well.
Yeah, this is like what it actually says it's doing, and what it's actually doing is opposite. So they say that, this ad is promoting teenager girls and boys to accept themselves as they are, for what they are. But it's not promoting healthy body image, because it's not saying that, whatever you're thin or thick, whatever, just be yourself. What it actually does say, thicker is good, and thin girls are cheap. That's what they precisely are saying. Because they say thin bacon slices look so cheap. So, and eventually they blend the concept of, female, food, bacon, burger, male, sexual relationship, food relationship, and society, blend this into one concept, transforming it into the concept of their burger and everything related to it. And by people just listening to it or watching it, they cannot dissect it. into separate pieces because now it's blended together. So this is a method that is very commonly used in brainwashing, like political brainwashing, whatever, religious brainwashing. So this is really dangerous.
Okay, so now we have examples of what to do and what not to do. How can the listeners start applying this in their own businesses for the good?
So, how do we apply and do advertising for good? So, there are actually the simplest way to do this is unexpectedly to listen to your audience. Unexpectedly. So, I'm huge about data, collecting the data about your clients. And it could be not necessarily your clients, but your prospective audience. So, probably if you sell clothing or like high-end clothing or makeup or whatever, you're not the first person who is doing this. So you already have a huge existing data available for you online, with people's experiences, what they like, what they hate, what they like about specific product, what attracts them. So there is already a lot existing. Actually, talking about AI, this is one of the things that AI right now starts doing, is analyzing all the data and making it into a personalized message. But, human person obviously can do this as well. So as long as you have some amount of data, maybe like at least 100 people, ideally, of course, more, you will start seeing patterns. Apart from what people like, what they dislike, what kind of objections they have, what kind of problems they have, you will see that when they describe, especially when they describe problem and outcome, they always use metaphors. They always use some sort of metaphoric adjectives to describe it, because it's really hard to express what actually is happening inside of us. If I tell you, if you want the makeup for your eyes, buy this. It sounds like nothing. Do women really buy makeup when they need it? Really? Most of the time not. But if they have, do you feel like you cannot fully express yourself because something is missing, your eyes don't look as full of expression or something like that. I'm not a makeup expert, I'm just making it up. So if your eyes miss, you feel like your eyes miss a spark or something, this mascara will help you highlight, mesmerize.
Have you seen Mad Men? Don Draper?
No.
It's a TV series about advertising agency. They actually have a really good episode speaking directly about this topic, about the lipsticks.
Wow. Oh, wow. That's amazing. I would love to, if you can send me a link or something.
The subtext behind what they were doing is every woman is unique in her own way, so you need to have your own color, and you can use that to claim your man. So that's how they express themselves through lipstick.
Very interesting. Yeah, so basically when you start doing that research, you will see first of all, you will see some data that you actually will need. Like if you know that there is one common objection and you're not doing anything to overcome it in your advertising, that's like a fail on your side, because it's possible to do this. Why not?
Okay. How about this?
And
what questions should we be asking if we were to conduct a survey with 100 of our customers? What questions would apply to most businesses?
Yeah. What problem? Explain a problem that you had before X. It could be a service or product, or planning to buy a product. So explain the problem that you had. Or what you struggled with. It's not necessarily a problem. Then second question I would ask is, what would be an ideal outcome of X? And then what would would stand in a way from you getting X? And the last one probably, what would make getting X a no-brainer for you? I think those are like most important questions. There would be some more questions based on, what exactly you're doing, but these four I think are like huge. Oh, by the way, yeah, sorry,
Go
ahead.
No, you go first.
Okay, one thing that I want to mention, it's not necessarily having something to do with data research, but when you interview your clients or customers about working with you, my favorite question that is turning like great responses is, what's your favorite part about working with me, or what's your favorite part about using our products? Because this is giving you a way, or giving customers a way for like very open conversation, and it's always something unexpected. Because you need to know your strengths. Yep.
Could you give some examples of success stories you've had in your own business helping clients apply these principles?
Absolutely. So have a recycling business I'm working with right now. Actually, two recycling businesses. It's a very, very interesting coincidence. They are not the same. One of them is metal recycling. They are only working on large projects large projects like cleaning up scrap metal from a whole farm. So we have been working with them on a video ad, and is right now running a Facebook ad campaign with that video. So this just very fast forward to the results. Right now, we're basically getting them a lead from a farm full of scrap at about $6 Canadian per lead, which is probably, in terms of value for this lead, is at least $10,000. So to me, it's like a big success. In terms of how the video was constructed, so the clients, the customers of this company, they have been in business about almost 3 years, and they have noticed certain patterns. First of all, customers always want to be paid in cash right away after the scrap metal is being picked up. So for them, being paid today less versus being paid tomorrow more is making a huge difference. Everybody wants cash right away. So it's a highlight throughout the video. Also, the element of fun, because this is a big project, so sometimes there are like scrap excavators and combines. So the video is really dynamic. It's almost like reality show or something. So there is like a huge machine coming up and chewing this combine and then smashing everything on top of a huge loading truck. It's really exciting. I'm not sure if it sounds exciting, but it does look a lot really entertaining, I would say. So the entertainment moment, and do want to see this, if apply for a quote and we're coming to you. So that is really fun moment. And another thing is leaving, these are all basic things. I will tell you something else as the next example, which is more complicated. And the other one is leaving the yard clean. So once highlighting that, how we smash combines and everything, we did highlight in the video that, we don't leave, pieces and chunks of metal behind. So those things were actually super, super crucial. And we have right now, I don't remember how many thousand views, about 45 comments. People are tagging each other in the video, and it's been really good.
Wow.
The other, yeah.
What was the spend for that?
Sorry?
What was the ad spend for that? Or was this all organic?
Oh, the ad spend is, honestly, the ad spend, we started from $5 per day, and we got leads coming starting the second day. So obviously after that we upped the budget.
Is this a very broad audience, or is it specific, or
What specific?
the audience you're targeting to?
Oh, the
Those?
audience. That is really good question. So we figured that from what they have been doing before, so that's one of my questions when I'm doing marketing with clients, what has been working for you? And what has been working for them is unexpectedly mailer campaign, like actual paper mail. So they were told that, normally they would not get such awesome results as they did. I think they spent like $7,000 and got about 70 leads. For them, it was a huge success. For the mailing company, they said it's like unheard of. It was amazing. But what I didn't know right away, and I learned about it like at the end of the first month of us working together on a different campaign, not Facebook campaign, that actually they did not blindly email everybody in the radius. They actually, exactly, they actually had a list of people who are farmers. So they only mailed those flyers or cards to the farmers, farm owners. So, hey, this is big difference. So now I know that they have a list, and I'm like, oh my gosh, why I didn't know about it before? Of course, I uploaded it to Facebook, and, I uploaded their existing customer list to Facebook as well and created lookalike audience. And then a few tweaks and we got the leads.
It's always that next probing question that gets the best response.
Oh my gosh. I could not imagine, like, when I heard, like, what? You had the list and you didn't let me know? Oh my gosh. That was huge. It was like a game changer. Because, $5 and $100 per lead is like a big difference.
Upload that to Facebook, create a custom audience, and create a lookalike. You're winning.
Yes, exactly. That was huge. So in terms of using, in terms of using cognitive science and psychology for another recycling business, I don't know why I'm just they came to my mind. I'm sorry. Sorry if your business is not about recycling, but you'll get my point. So there was.
What I love about that though is these are businesses that are traditionally boring. No one really cares.
Oh
about
yeah.
them. You somehow interjected that fun and instant gratification to it, which is fascinating. You're able to find a way to do that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that video was actually really, really fun. You know what? I'll share it with you later. So this other recycling business is a business that is a socially responsible business. So to me, obviously, it was like a no-brainer. And they work with a lot of nonprofits. They volunteer a lot in the community, and they're awesome people. And one of the objections, one of the frequent requests people got is, they would call and say, hey, I have a couch in good condition. Can you pick it up for free? Well, such a thing as a used couch in good condition is not a thing. So I was, before actually scripting the video, recording the video, we actually had like a straight conversation, tell me why it's, imagine I don't understand what's going on. Why cannot you pick this couch away for free? And, well, he explains, nonprofits also need to pay, and you think your couch is in great condition, but when did you last time purchase a second-hand couch? Didn't come up. Think when last time your friend purchased a second-hand couch, or a friend purchased second-hand. It's never happened, because this is not a thing. People don't want second-hand couches. But, so the reason actually, going away from the script, the reason people don't want to pay for picking up their old couch is because they're attached to it. This is like attachment to things, emotional attachment. Because the couch is a centerpiece of your living room. Your life, your family, memories, everything evolves there. It's like a centerpiece of your house. So if, obviously as time goes by, this couch becomes almost like a member of your family. So now when it's old and stinky and something else, or you just, bored and want to change, it becomes irritating for you. But at the same time, you feel guilt because you have this emotional attachment to the couch. So how we overcame this in the video, we said like, well, you know what, this couch used to have a positive value for you. That's why when you have been spending time with your family, it means a lot for you, and it used to have a positive value. And now it doesn't have a positive value, it has negative value. That's why it frustrates you every time when you look at it and when you want it gone. This is why you called us in the first place. So we understand, and we know that you want a new life for your couch because it's still in good condition. So instead of letting nonprofits pay for picking up your couch, how about you you pay us, we'll pick up your couch, we'll bring it to the people who need it, and you get free space, get to enjoy your family, and we even buy you a pizza.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's basically how we kind of overcame this. Even, like when we got to think about it, when we thought about this emotional attachment thing, it was pretty huge in terms of advertising, because we realized that this is the audience, not only for recycling, but also for storage. Actually, people who are looking to store stuff, very often they need to recycle it. They just cannot because they feel so emotionally attached. So we even launched a separate video and a campaign for people who are looking for storage. Now imagine, when this campaign is launched, how much competition? Zero. Because nobody else is advertising recycling to storage, to people who are looking for storage.
Love it.
So.
Love that. Julia, it has been an absolute pleasure talking to you today. If people want to connect with you further and learn more about how they can use subtext and psychology within their marketing and especially video advertising, where can they go?
So I'm going to be uploading a PDF with 5 ways to build your video marketing strategy. I believe it's really unique for each specific business. So I'm going to outline in which cases certain video marketing strategies are going to be working for your business, whether it's going to be Facebook advertising or YouTube advertising or building your YouTube channel content. So I'm going to lay out those 5 strategies and how to evaluate which ones are going to be most beneficial for your business.
Well, guys, there you have it. That was Julia, and she was talking about how to use subtext in your advertising to really evoke the emotions you want your market to feel before they come to do business with you. So try and put that into practice your own marketing, and we'll see you all on the next episode.
Thank you.